We have made it to Friday.
Oh, boy.
Friday, July 10th, 2026. Talk again in the microphone real quick.
Does it sound better than it usually does?
No, it still sounds bad.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in the Z103 studio. I'm pre-recording this show because I got other stuff to do. So,
It's Friday.
yeah, it's Friday. Here's the thing. I was just talking with our mutual friend, Michael. He's now a supervisor at his job.
Oh, lucky guy.
And he's like, yeah, I work 4/10s, and I get every Friday off.
Yeah, I used to have that life.
I'll hit him with the, where's it at? Where's it at?
Oh, good for you.
There it is. The oh, good for you.
I used to live that luxurious life.
But what happened? You just decided to quit that job and come here?
Yeah,
And now you're enjoying it here, though.
I do. I don't mind working Fridays as a trade-off.
You get to be on the radio.
I don't have to lift heavy things.
So do your friends freak out saying, I heard you on the air.
No, they're lazy. They don't
Really?
listen to the radio.
What? What do they listen to? CDs?
Who listens to CDs anymore?
You're in your 40s, Jeff. I figured, you had some friends that
Not all 40-year-olds are that old school. Come on now.
I figured you guys were still walking around with those MP3 players, the Sony Walkman.
No, we have all upgraded way past that. Come on now.
I know you listen to my show because sometimes you'll come up to me and talk to me about certain things I say on the air.
Well, yeah, because I'm cool like that.
Yeah, obviously.
Gotta support, what I do.
Absolutely. Well, The Plot in You released their new album today. I kickstarted the show with the only not heard track on there. What I mean by that is that there's 12 tracks.
And they've released all the rest of them.
They released 11 of them as singles.
Yeah.
And so yesterday, or today, I should say, well, technically last night at 10 p.m., they released the album. And this was the only song that hasn't been heard yet.
That's all albums are now, is a collaboration of singles that they've released over the last 2 years.
Do you miss those days where, people would get surprised by the album?
Yeah, kind of.
Me too.
It was fun. It was exciting.
And there are kids out there that don't even care about albums. They just care about the one song they heard on TikTok, and that's it. I feel like such an unk saying that, dude.
You should.
I've been hitting you with all this Gen Z, Gen A lingo as of late.
It sounds like you're speaking Spanish or something to me.
Me and Maddie Kidd, Mad Dog from down the hallway, she's teaching me all these phrases, and some of them I can't even put on the air. I wish we could.
It would be a great time.
I have to explain to Jade, by the way, the word chud, not a bad word. Not a bad word at all right?
It's acceptable.
Sure, but some of the other ones, I'm like, dude, if you look at the definition.
We can't say that.
On Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
Can't say it whatsoever.
No.
What are you going to be doing this weekend? You be playing some Arc Raiders?
I'll probably do some of that. I'm not going outside. It's too hot this weekend.
I'm going to invade my friend's swimming pool for sure.
I don't blame you for doing that.
I'm going to climb the fence. We'll see how I do it doing that.
You should just be able to step over the fence.
I might get a step stool and then all of a sudden just kind of lift one leg over, then the other. Kind of like how the Big Show enters the ring.
Yeah.
Just make my way. And then actually wear the Big Show outfit.
That'd be so great.
That could also work as a bathing suit. They just see me go, well, coming into the swimming pool.
Don't forget your sunscreen or you will get scorched out there.
A great way to drive people away from the swimming pool, like if there's too many people in there, because I know it's going to be crowded. Like what you just said, it's going to be hot this weekend. Make sure to stay hydrated. Make sure to put on the sunscreen. If you're bald like me, wear a hat. I got my safari hat.
Perfect.
To protect my scalp. But
I saw it last weekend. It's beautiful.
See, yeah, it protects my neck, protects my ears. I was thinking for a way to get rid of these people out of the pool, you just get a king-size chocolate bar, whatever it might be, and just drop it in the pool.
Well,
and then he goes, look, someone took and then everyone starts, they start running out the pool.
Get a bunch of Tootsie Rolls and mold them together.
Sure, make a giant ball.
Yeah.
Have it float around.
Giant Tootsie Roll.
And then you get in the pool yourself, and then you sort of had this relieved look on your face like you're the culprit.
That's a really good way to do
all of them out. Because last time I was at that pool, some kid mean mugged me.
Because you were there?
No, because I got in the deep end, and they had this girl and her dad. They had this football, and they had this volleyball as well.
Oh.
And they weren't using it at the time. These kids, they're about 4, maybe 5. There's two girls.
Just some little tykes.
Yeah, they're in the shallow end. Us cool kids are in the deep end. 5 feet is the new 10 feet. So we're standing there, and I grab one of the balls and start throwing it to my friend Bryson. Or no, we play volleyball first. My friend Bryson hits it out of the pool. That girl gets out of the shallow end, runs, which you're not supposed to run next to the pool.
Well, yeah.
She runs to go grab the ball, and as she's going back with the ball, she just stares at me with like these evil
like,
death
don't
eyes.
touch my ball.
Yeah, and so then I grabbed the other ball, looking at her, being the smart aleck that I am. I just decided to grab the other ball and look right back at her. I'm picking on a 4 or 5-year-old. I grabbed the football, and I'm chucking it with Bryson. Of course, that one also goes flying away.
You guys need to learn how to catch.
I know how to catch. Bryson's the one. Oh, oops, Mr. Butterfingers, going back to the whole chocolate bar, in the pool thing.
Yep.
He somehow gets the ball out of the pool. That girl comes back again and starts giving me that mean mug look. Now, I could have easily said, "What you looking at?" But then I realized it's just a little tyke, like you said.
Yeah, don't pick fights with the 4-year-olds.
No, because then the dad's gonna get involved, and I'm just messing. I felt bad that we were using their balls. If they were wanting them that badly, I would have just chucked it to them.
Well, yeah, but if they were just sitting in the pool, what are they upset about?
Right? Yeah. Well, I mean,
learn how to share your toys.
Well, it's like if I was that age, when I was that age, I wouldn't want random strangers playing with my stuff either. I'd be going over there.
Yeah, I would have
pushing
said
them
something.
around, dude. I was about like 6 foot when I was 5. So I'm just kidding. So I would have started bullying that kid. No, I'm joking. But be nice to people in the pool. Also, don't fake a number 2 in the pool either, like we were just joking about.
Or do.
No, we can't do that, Jeff.
Okay.
Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101. Star's office all the way across the entire building from where we are right now.
It's a sauna.
Has no AC at all. I feel bad for her because she's in charge of a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff, and sometimes it can be very stressful. And I can only imagine the heat on top of that making it even worse. I saw something out of ABC Utah about how domestic violence spikes when it gets really hot out during, like at any point throughout the summer.
I believe it. People get angry when it's too warm.
Yeah, so you gotta be extra careful out there. If report domestic violence if you see it anywhere.
It's gonna be a spicy weekend then.
Yeah, dude. 103 degrees.
That's disgusting.
I don't like the triple digits. I really don't.
I don't like 90 degrees.
I don't like 80. I'd much rather have it be consistently like
75?
55 to 70. Maybe 75.
I could deal with that year round.
Sure. Let's move to San Francisco.
No.
Where they have that weather. But then also, we would just be homeless. So then we would really have to be outside in a tent. The weather won't be that bad.
No, I mean, if it's that kind of temperatures, I could do it. But do I want to? No, I don't like sleeping on the ground.
Also, San Francisco is extremely hilly. There's so many hills.
I mean, I could deal with that. It's mostly, there's too many people there.
True. But what I wanted to talk to you about is, Steam. They just had their summer sale, whatever.
Oh, boy.
And I know you've been playing a lot of Arc Raiders, and we were just talking about video games not that long ago. And my friend Eric texted me last night, sends me a deal on this game, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? It is Paint Drying Simulator.
What? Like legitimately paint drying simulator?
Yes, I'm watching some guy live stream it.
Like you roll the paint on something and then watch the paint dry.
You choose the color, and then you click go, and you just watch the paint dry.
Why would somebody develop that video game?
We made this game so you can experience the thrill of watching your favorite color of paint dry. And what better than take the time to enjoy it while you would in real life for 6 hours. But wait, this is way less expensive, and you can do it as much as you want, but your old wall can't do that. Am I right? Is what they write in the description. This was a poorly written description here.
The thing is,
99 cents for this game.
Somebody's dumb enough to buy that.
My friend Eric did.
My heart breaks for him.
Oh, there's even a timer.
So you can see how long it takes for it to dry.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like this is sort of like the guy who invented the pet rock. People are just going to buy this game just for the meme of it. Like, they're going to have this running while they're doing other stuff.
It's going to be, in the end, it's going to be some sort of test to see how stupid you are. Like, you were dumb enough to buy this.
There's also a coconut simulator. Have you seen that one? I'm sure we talked about that before.
No. What do you do with a coconut simulator?
You're the coconut, right?
What?
So you just sit there on the beach.
That's all you do?
There's nothing else. And then if you play like the real version, it's just a black screen because coconuts have no eyes.
And people pay for it.
People paid for that one, yes. So how much is that game? Coconut Simulator. Oh, there's a second one too. Let's see here. 99 cents as well.
The older I get, the more I realize Idiocracy is going to be a real life thing.
Oh, there's Grass Life Simulator. There's Banana Life Simulator. There's all these simulator games.
What are people doing? If you are that bored with your time, get out and go do something.
Oh, it's by the same company.
Well,
or same guy.
Only one guy's dumb enough to make those.
Banana Life Simulator. Well, you can wish list this. Is it not out yet? Oh, coming soon. Banana Life Sim is a game in which you can become a banana.
There's a lot of development that has to go into that kind of game.
Oh, there's an update for Coconut Simulator. What do you mean there's an update?
What more can you do?
Right. Some guy picks you up and bashes you open and game over. Like, that could be pretty gory, pretty messed up. You just start screaming.
Maybe you can pick where to fall off the tree to avoid getting smashed open.
There's an achievement to where you can time when you fall off the tree and land on somebody and you kill them.
I mean, that might be a little more entertaining, but
just killing some virtual guy. Imagine if you died via coconut falling from a tree.
I have the feeling it's happened to somebody.
There was a post I saw, an unpopular opinion saying headstones should have the cause of death on them. What if it said FJ
killed by coconut?
Killed by coconut. If you're wondering what employers are looking for in the age of AI, a former OpenAI researcher says it's not just about learning how to use AI, it's about learning how to think. He says the people who will stand out are the ones who ask good questions, solve problems, communicate well, and can adapt as technology keeps changing. AI is a powerful tool, but curiosity and critical thinking are still what make people valuable in the workplace. And if you're looking for a career where those people skills really matter, check out HireEastIdaho.com. This week's Hire East Idaho Job of the Week is with Rosemark Women's Care Specialists, an OBGYN office in Idaho Falls, specializing for caring for women through every stage of life. They're hiring a full-time licensed practical nurse or certified medical assistant. Benefits include PTO, paid holidays, 401k, health, dental, vision insurance, plus HSA and FSA options. Pay is based on your skills and experience. Apply today at HireEastIdaho.com, where you'll also find hundreds of other opportunities from employers across East Idaho. Hire East Idaho, connecting people with opportunity. I figured it was time to take a visit to my favorite subreddit as of late, Unpopular Opinion. This person boldly declared that there's nothing special about New York pizza. I 100% disagree. They write, I feel like anytime the topic of pizza comes up, that one person from New York just has to mention that it's nothing compared to the pizza in New York City. I've been to New York City and had the pizza. Yeah, it was good, but it's basically the same as the pizza I had back home 2 blocks from my house. There's nothing special about it. What are you even talking about? New York pizza. I hate the fact that the music beds just randomly keep stopping like that. New York pizza, definitely the best pizza that I have ever had. You ever been to LA and had their pizza? It's the worst thing on the planet, all right? You want artisanal tomato sauce with broccoli and cauliflower cauliflower crust with vegan pepperoni? Go to LA and go eat that cardboard smeared with vegan cheese. LA pizza. Such a joke. I can't believe my friend Jose was like, hey, maybe we should try this while Peaches is in town. He sends a picture of this disgusting looking pizza with broccoli trees all over it. All over it. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? Man, I can't wait to go to LA and have that broccoli pizza. The responses came flying in for this post. One commenter posted the clip of Michael Scott from The Office declaring his favorite New York slice, and it was Sparrow. The pizza from New York is unbeatable. Deep dish pizza, you can toss that in the trash. I'm sorry, not sorry. Deep dish pizza. Maybe I should make that a post in r/unpopular opinion. Toss that deep dish pizza trash out of here. See you in hell from Papa Roach on K-Bear 101. NBA Finals MVP Jalen Brunson is still setting records for the New York Knicks. His NBA Finals debut jersey, which Brunson wore during Game 1 against the San Antonio Spurs, sold for a little over $1 million at an auction. That's a new record for a piece of Knicks memorabilia. Almost every game of this summer's World Cup has been on free over-the-air TV with Fox or Telemundo, and it might be the last men's or women's World Cup like that for a long while. Netflix has the rights to next year's Women's World Cup, and the streaming giant YouTube and Disney are all interested in getting the combined English and Spanish broadcast rights to the 2030 and 2034 World Cups. FIFA is expected to open up the bidding on those tournaments after this one finishes on July 19th. The last golf major of the year, the British Open, kicks off next week. Fans showing up to the Royal Birkdale in Southport, England, will have to be on their best behavior. The tournament has introduced a new code of conduct that will preserve the spirit of the Open by showing consideration for their fellow fans, as well as players, staff, volunteers, and the local community through the championship. That includes removing spectators who have threatening behavior directed at players, officials, staff, volunteers, or spectators, or use foul language that disrupts the experience of others. Yeah, get rid of the one thing that makes golf watchable. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. I know it's technically allowed, but this feels like one of those things where you probably should have just read the room. The Carolina Hurricanes owner, Tom Dundon, is getting absolutely roasted after having not only his own name engraved on the Stanley Cup, because the Carolina Hurricanes, they won the Stanley Cup, all right? He decides to put his name, his wife's name, on the Stanley Cup, engraved on the Stanley Cup, and all 5 of his kids are now engraved on the Stanley Cup. Wouldn't you think it would just be the players and that's it? The move has sparked backlash because there's only so much space on the cup, and some players and longtime team staff didn't make the engraving. You're one of the equipment managers that's been with the team for 25 years. You didn't make it, but little Timmy Dundon is on the Stanley Cup. Look, if your family was working in the organization, I get it. But this is kind of like winning Employee of the Month and bringing your cousins to accept the plaque. You know, the Stanley Cup is one of the coolest traditions in sports because it's supposed to recognize the people who helped win it, not everybody who showed up for Thanksgiving dinner. I have a feeling this is one decision that's going to stay engraved in hockey fans' memories, almost as long as it's going to stay engraved on the cup itself. Peach's Pit Party right here on K-Bear 101. Have you seen this story coming out of Australia? People started finding these giant metallic balls washing up on the beach. Naturally, the internet went straight to aliens. Where's the X-Files music? Oh, I can't have 2 music beds playing at the same time. What's going on here? There we go. Turns out they're not from Little Green Men. Australia's space agency says, well, they're most likely pressure vessels from a rocket that re-entered Earth's atmosphere. Officials originally treated them as potentially hazardous because they could have contained toxic rocket fuel, so they told people not to touch them. What do you think people are going to do? Run up and try to take one and take it home. Have you seen these things? The pictures of these things? In all honesty, if somebody told me not to touch the giant metallic ball that's washed ashore, I would easily go to the beach and just grab one. There are at least 30,000 pieces of space trash around Earth right now. Wouldn't that be cool to have a piece of a rocket ship just in your house? I would have that displayed, like if I had a fancy office. You know what's funny? Is I've wanted to upgrade my little office space, which my second bedroom is kind of like where I just put everything that I own that's weird in that room. And I kind of want to upgrade it to where it's like an adult office space. I got the big desk and everything. And for some reason, I want to get a model a model sailing boat or like a model pirate ship. Might as well have that next to the fallen space junk, next to the fallen metallic ball that may have toxic material that may kill me. Thankfully, I have never had a roommate. I've always had my own space. I did have a sister. I do have a sister. Why did I say I did have a sister? I have a sister. Her room was right next to mine growing up. She was the most quiet, most peaceful. She is the kindest person you will ever meet. I must have been the annoying one growing up. She must have been so thrilled when I moved out of the house and now my apartment neighbors have to deal with how loud I am. Even though I complain about my neighbors being loud, I'm sure I'm 10 times worse, all right? I'm self-aware. But luckily, thankfully, I've never had a roommate ever. I've contemplated having one just to save money because rent, you know how ridiculous rent is, but I couldn't imagine trying to go to bed at like a decent time and then you have that one guy in the other room just singing as loud as possible. I could be like this Japanese woman. She just got arrested for sewing her roommate's mouth shut. Literally sewn her, is it sewn or sewed? Sewed her roommate's mouth just completely shut. She used a needle and a thread to sew the woman's lips together at around 1:30 p.m. But how did was her roommate asleep? I'm assuming that, right? How are you that asleep to where you can just, like not feel a needle go through your lips? That'd just be insane. For me, you would have to move the CPAP, and by then I'm not even breathing. I'm a super light sleeper. I'd wake up extremely fast, see my roommate approaching me with a needle, freak out, start trying to beat him up for doing so. Here's Sublime, Until the Sun Explodes on K-Bear 101. It's going to be extremely hot this weekend. It is going to suck. Over in the UK, I guess they're dealing with such an intense heat wave. There's that word again, heat wave, that some surgeons have reportedly had to pause operations halfway through because they were overheating in the operating room. Doctors say they're stepping out briefly to cool down, hydrate, then return so they can operate safely. Meanwhile, I'm complaining because I had to walk from my car into Winco. Can you imagine being the patient, waking up afterward? Great. There was a halftime intermission. The doctors say, we had to rehydrate with some Gatorade. Why isn't the operating room air conditioned? Extreme temperatures leave staff in aging buildings. Well, there you go. These old buildings have got to go, all right? People say preserve the old buildings. I think there's no benefit to having old buildings other than, it's historic. You see that house built in 1922? All the doors are 3 feet tall because everyone was extremely short back then. There's no air conditioning. All the pipes are rusted. There's nothing good that comes out of an old building. All these surgeons are suffering dehydration and dizziness. That's the last thing you want them to go through when they're operating on somebody. Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101. Did your parents ever tell you this? Don't shower during a thunderstorm or get off the computer. Lightning could hit the house, because my parents never told me that. Maybe they were wanting me to get struck by lightning, knowing my family. This 13-year-old in Texas casually playing video games during a thunderstorm when lightning struck near his home. The electrical surge traveled through the house's wiring, shocked him through the metal part of his desk, even started a small attic fire. That guy's playing video games in the attic? Thankfully, he wasn't seriously injured. Experts say it's rare, but lightning can travel through a home's electrical system, which is why it's a good idea to avoid corded electronics and other wired connections during severe storms. But have you seen how cool those scars are, though? If you get struck by lightning and live, Google search those things. Imagine you get struck by lightning, you live to tell the tale, you got this cool scar all over your torso, you look like Thor. I would say it's cooler looking than a tattoo, man, not gonna lie. You got that like little tree of a scar just coming down your entire torso, man. You're like, yeah, I got struck by lightning and survived to tell the tale. You take your shirt off everywhere. Look how cool I look. There's that parasite outbreak making headlines, and I'll be honest, I'm already waiting for the internet to overreact. Health officials, they're investigating the cyclospora outbreak that sickened more than 1,000 people, mostly in Michigan. It spreads through contaminated food, often fresh produce. I did talk about that story previously about how I got like the worst stomach virus ever. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. I went to a particular salad bar and got their spinach, and sure enough, that was the worst. The worst, not the worst stomach pain, the exit on the way out I dealt with for weeks. This virus can cause some pretty miserable stomach issues, including severe, can I say, just severe diarrhea. It's not something that's spread just by walking past another person. Investigators are still trying to identify the food source. I was thinking that they were going to tell us to wear 3 pairs of underpants, stay 6 feet apart. You see somebody clenching their butt, sprinting towards the restroom. Maybe give them a little space. It's Peach's Pit Party right here on K-Barrow 101. I have a question, sincerely. Who looked at a clean museum floor and thought, you know what this needs? 800 pounds of peanut butter. A museum in the Netherlands has recreated a famous art installation by covering an entire gallery floor with enough peanut butter to make about 15,000 sandwiches. It's a tribute to Dutch conceptual artist Wim T. Schippers. What a name, Wim T. Schippers, who originally created the piece back in 1969. What, he just put peanut butter all over the floor? Is that what he did? They're like, oh, he died. Let's recreate that ourselves. There was nothing special about him. He just put peanut butter all over the floor. I appreciate art. I really do. But if I walk into a museum and I just see the floor full of peanut butter, my first thought isn't, oh, that's brilliant. No, I feel bad for the cleaning guy. Maybe I'd scoop some up, walk in with a loaf of bread, be like, all right, who wants lunch, I need to find out. Wim T. Schippers. Let me see this. Oh my, the first thing that pops up when you type in his name, peanut butter floor. Completely nuts is what it says here. Peanut butter platform is an artwork by the Dutch artist Wim T. Schippers. It consists of a floor covered with peanut butter and nothing else. Recently, there was that lady here in the office that got upset with me for having eggshells all over the desk and the floor of the studio. Not the Z103 studio, not only the Z103 studio, but the K-Bear studio as well. I could have said, you just ruined my entire art installation. What's wrong with you? She would have felt bad, I think. It's my latest art piece. Eggshell floor. Here's Bill Murray with Jeremy from A Day to Remember. Always let you down on K-Bear 101. Look, I'm sorry. I already talked about diarrhea once in the show. I'm about to talk about it again. Of course, it had to be Taco Bell. For decades, they've been the punchline of bathroom jokes. And I'm a giant fan, literal giant fan of Taco Bell. That's like the only cheat meal I allow myself to have on this strict diet. I'll get the Lux Cravings box. They'll give me the soda, and I'll throw away the soda because I'm not allowing myself to have any soda at all. I've been strictly drinking black tea and water and protein shakes. That's it. No soda at all. I'll throw the soda in the dumpster outside my apartment building like I'm Kobe Bryant. I'll do the nice fadeaway with it. It lands in the dumpster. Sometimes it hits a squirrel, but who cares? Those squirrels are annoying anyway. Well, Taco Bell is now having to deal with that cyclospora outbreak as well, or the ongoing cyclospora outbreak. Some Taco Bell locations have temporarily pulled fresh ingredients like lettuce, pico de gallo, guacamole, cilantro, onion mix, while health officials investigate the contaminated produce. To be clear, Taco Bell hasn't been identified as the source of the outbreak. They're removing the ingredients as a precaution. Thankfully, there's no lettuce on my beefy 5-layer loaded griller. It's just, I love how Taco Bell's always the butt of all the diarrhea jokes. And I have gone to Taco Bell hundreds, if not thousands of times over the course of my life. Not once have I ever had food poisoning or explosive diarrhea from Taco Bell. The one time, like I said, I've had the worst stomach problems was when I ate a burger from a particular known chain restaurant that I'm not going to name. And also there was another time where I had a salad of mostly spinach from this notable grocery store here in the area, which I'm also not going to name. But Taco Bell has never hurt me, knocking on wood. The last time I did have it, though, it did feel like a stomach bomb because of my strict diet that I've been on. All junk food has been like just a straight up boom, like it's like a brick going into my stomach. The second you change your diet and the longer that you health max, as the kids would say, the worse junk food tastes and feels like in your gut. I don't know where I'm going with this. Saucin, is that how you say the band's name? Starting over again on K-Bear 101. Can somebody explain this to me? Apparently, Amsterdam has become absolutely covered in rubber duck stores. Dozens of them. So many, in fact, that university students are actually investigating whether there's any truth to the rumor that some of these stores could be fronts for money laundering. There's no evidence that the rubber duck shops themselves are doing anything illegal. The students are simply studying why there are so many nearly identical stores in prime tourist locations, and similar souvenir shops have drawn scrutiny from authorities in the past. I would love that. I would love to be in that college class helping investigate this. It's almost like what Nick Shirley is doing over in California. These kids are doing in Amsterdam. You guys are fronting for something. There's a whole scandal going on involving rubber ducks. I'm assuming it's because all these Jeep owners, they decide to put rubber ducks all over their dashboard, that they're just trying to profit off of that, you know? Who started the whole rubber duck thing in Jeeps? Jeeps, rubber ducks, why? Oh, Jeep ducking. There's a whole trend. That's what it's called. Putting rubber ducks on Jeeps, known as Jeep ducking, is a friendly trend where owners leave small ducks on other Jeeps as a random act of kindness. It's a playful way to say, cool Jeep. Bring a smile to a fellow enthusiast and build community spirit. Maybe I should start doing my own version of that, where I just leave a peach on somebody's car that looks rather nice. I go down to Pocatello. I find Crazy Carl's garage. Start leaving peaches, especially in the hot summer sun, all over his vehicles. I bet he'll love that. Sports betting has officially reached a level I never thought we would see. A report says a FanDuel VIP customer who allegedly lost around $2 million gambling received a personalized video from Philadelphia Phillies star Bryce Harper, thanking him for his support. The customer is now suing FanDuel, claiming the company's VIP perks encouraged his gambling addiction. Is this the guy that we talked about previously on the show? It's important to note that Harper isn't accused of any wrongdoing, and there's no indication he knew anything about the customer's gambling problems. I just imagine the one guy telling Bryce Harper, hey, dude, this guy lost $2 million, or he invested, quote unquote, invested $2 million into gambling on the Phillies, and he lost it all. Could you please give him a video? Can you imagine being so valuable to a company that instead of sending you a coupon, they just send you a personalized, what's that cameo, a personalized cameo of Bryce Harper going, hey man, I just wanted to thank you. It's kind of like your Spotify Wrapped at the end of the year. If you were like in the top 1% of listening to a certain artist, that they give you that video, that pre-recorded clip of the front man of that band going, hey, we just wanted to thank you for being a fan. They told Bryce Harper to do the same thing. Hey, thanks for being a big fat loser and losing $2 million betting on our sorry team. Oh, man, that made me laugh. And here we go with today's What the Headline. If you're going to commit a crime, maybe don't investigate yourself. This 63-year-old Florida man, all right, Florida man, is accused of finding someone else's debit card and using it to buy about $79 worth of stuff on Amazon, including door hinges and Axe body spray. When deputies questioned him, he insisted he was innocent, then pulled up his own Amazon account to prove it. According to investigators, the account showed the stolen purchases and that they had been shipped directly to his house. He was arrested shortly afterward. The man literally said, "I can prove I didn't do it." Then opened Exhibit A. I also have questions about the shopping list. You got door hinges and Axe body spray. I think that was it. I think that was mostly it. Was he remodeling a frat house? Florida never disappoints. That is today's What the Headline right here on K-Bear 101. Peach's Pit Party right here on K-Bear 101. I was thinking about playing the all-new, well, not necessarily the all-new, the repented version of Bring Me the Horizon's Count Your Blessings album on the air. I was hoping they would send me a clean copy of it at least, but no, the record rep sent the explicit version. And if you know anything about that album, it's chock full of cuss words and phrases we can't allow on the air. And there's even a particular portion of audio in Pray for Plagues at the tail end that we cannot play at all. I don't know why they would send it out, just for us to personally download and enjoy right here in studio. I don't think many rock radio stations out there, if any at all, are playing any single one of those tracks. I mean, we're playing Dehumanized here on the air, which of course is new Bring Me the Horizon. I don't think most rock radio stations are playing that track. Besides like Sirius XM, Liquid Metal maybe, not even Octane. We're the only station playing that. Which is why you should always tell people, download the K-Bear 101 app, spread the word about the best rock station on the planet, playing tracks that no other, quote, rock stations will even dare play. Peach's Pit Party right here on K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station. I just realized I'm logged into my Z103 profile, so I guess I'll use a Z103 music bed behind me. Don't mind me. I saw this question pop up. What's the most addictive video game you have ever played? And I was just watching a series of videos last night. Well, it started out as clips of this particular interview between Bobby Lee, the comedian, and the creator of Stardew Valley, Concerned Ape. I believe his real name is Eric. He was talking to Concerned Ape on his podcast all about the game. He was so passionate about the game, he was explaining the game to the guy who created the entire thing. And that one dude, Eric, was the guy who he single-handedly created the game Stardew Valley. I remember back in 2022, my friend Austin and I both got Stardew Valley, and we played it together, and I stayed up till like 2 in the morning. This was back when my bedtime was 8 p.m. It was so addicting just to progress to the next day, and to the next day, and to the next day, and all of a sudden I looked at the clock. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's 2 a.m. I got to go to bed. I got work in the morning. Luckily, I wasn't all that tired when I woke up the next morning. And then I texted my buddy Austin. Was like, hey, dude, you down for another game night? We didn't go as late as we did, but Stardew Valley. Definitely the most addictive game I have personally ever played.
Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.